Well, how is everyone doing this evening? I have to say, if anyone watched my unmolding of the F1 8-point tall crystal that I did yesterday, this one, I had an order come in for it and I casted it. And upon trying to get it out, I did shave a little bit of the rubber because it was really hard on my hands. I did get the mold made for the artist who ordered it. However, this is all the crystals from it. It came apart. So it's tough for me to get them out. So I am going to, um, make a new cluster out of the same crystals. It's not going to look exactly the same, but the same crystals will be used. And then, you know, if I get an order or two, I'll do the orders, and if it falls apart again, I'll remold it in a different way again. I mean, that's what I do. So, like I had said in the very beginning when I was showing this, that I did not know how many castings I would get from it before it came apart, because I guess most people wouldn't even know that I struggle with the three ones that I've been making for a few months now. Yeah, they were coming apart on me a lot, and I was constantly repairing them and recasting them. I really had a lot of orders for those ones. So people don't realize like they were coming apart. But when something like this comes apart and these are real long and, you know, there's nothing I could really do about it. What I'm thinking possibly happened is that I didn't let the actual amount of it cure like long enough so that it was probably still pliable itself, that the way that I fasten them together, it might not. I just should have let it sit a week maybe before I started trying to make molds. So it's really not a big deal for me. It's a little bit of a bummer. But these resin castings are listed up on the website. So these are for sale. If you wanted them in a color, you could email me or even send me a color that you wanted them in, and that would be fine. But I'm gonna remake them, recast them. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. It's just a bummer that just didn't stay together. I probably jumped the gun and should have waited a week before I started casting with it. So, I learn as I go. So, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I did make a mold of this 5-point crystal that's brand new. And I'll be casting some probably epoxy in it tonight. What time is it? It's 11 now. So probably tonight I might do a casting in this one so we could see what that looks like. And then this is my mold to keep. I'll be keeping my original mold. So and then I'll send out this mold to the artist who ordered it. She was fast acting and jumped right on that ad and ordered it immediately. So the ad's been taken down for the mold because I don't have the exact mold anymore. But I do have the epoxy casting up. I did put that up. So I just have to make a new one. And this is the G1. This is the brand new G1. And the one that fell apart was the F1. So we're now just going to use the F1 for the resin crystal. So the next one that I make will be the, H1, or, I go by the alphabet letters. So, but if something, comes apart or falls apart, like I have to take it down, I can't have people be sending me their money for something that I can't give them. So, but I did fool around and make a mold out of this crystal is an $800 crystal that I'm holding in my hand. This is a true Vogel. True Vogels are hard to come by. A lot of people think they're selling Vogels because they have many sides, and they're not. Vogels are rare, and there's only 3 cutters in the whole world who cut them. And this particular Vogel was sent to me by the man who runs the actual original company. Marcel Vogel passed away and left his legacy to certain people. And this crystal came from one of those certain people. And trust me, I see people that have listings of little Vogels like this. Oh, they're $15, $20. No, a Vogel this size with many sides on it is going to be $200 to $400. They're laser cut and they're precision cut. So I don't even know how great this is going to come out. I've been wanting to try this. This is just for myself, really. And I don't even know if it's going to come out good in this mold. But it's a very precious crystal to me. And it's kept in lamb's wool. So as soon as it comes back out, it has to go right back into that lamb's wool. And it has 24 sides on it. So as you could see, 2 of the sides, I thought maybe I could get it to lay on just one of the sides and then just have one of the sides, but it's not going to be as perfect as I wanted it to be. Maybe I could try casting it again. But I want to be very careful with it because it's very precious to me. So this is something that I do hold in meditation and do use in healings. It is a true Vogel crystal. And if you could see the beauty in that. You see the points and the tips on that? There is no comparison to the fakes that are out there and to the people that actually think they're selling these. But this is a true Vogel, and I hold this very dear to my heart. This, see, it goes in there and it stays in there. And even when I hold it to meditate, I will hold it in the pouch. I don't want anything to ever happen to this. So this is very precious to me. So I will see, yeah, as you could see, it's all the details of it did come out in this. But then again, it's going to have a flat bottom on it. So it's not going to have the same qualities as a real crystal. That is made from a real cut crystal, um, cut with a laser, and it has specific properties to it. If you really study about the true Vogels, you will understand the power that they have and that what you can do with them. But a resin casting is not going to have anything. It's just going to be cool looking. So I just want to make that clear. And like I said, this is for me. And I just wanted to share it with you and show you that I've been really wanting to make that. So I'll be interested to see how these come out when I put them in the pressure pot. So that was something fun that I did for myself. So here's I don't remember what letter this was, but I have it listed on the website. I think I call this the chunky. I think that's the jumbo and this is the chunky. So I finally casted in the chunky mold that I made. And of course I used the pressure pot, and isn't that beautiful? The dust there. Oh my God. That is water clear. That is clearer than the original. The original has has the ghosting in it. But look at this. Just look how beautiful that is. So these resin castings will be available. This mold is available on the website. I am able to cast this one without a problem. And I just can't believe how much more beautiful it looks than the original. I can even see rainbows in there because of the reflection of the light. So when you're molding it, like this was the piece that was stuck here. When I used the epoxy cast 690, it evaporates a little bit. And I did dome that. So if I really cared about that being completely flat and not having a little concave, I would take it before I took it out of the mold and I would drip more epoxy on top of it and level it and put it back in the pressure pot a second time. And then that would give it a nice, a nice flat side. So it's not, perfectly flat here. But it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And everything has imperfections in it. Any crystal stuff that I make, it's not, perfect. But I think it turned out pretty cool. I really like that a lot. So that's the original, and that's that one. And this one, unfortunately, I had to give the crystal back to the owner, and I can only make castings out of this one. But I am looking for nice crystal clusters that would make good molds. Not every cluster is going to make a mold because some of them are too difficult to mold with. So this one, I actually had it. I actually had to build around it with some clay to make it moldable. So anyone who thinks, oh, I could just pour that mold and no, this is an art form. This is something that you need to learn how to do through trial and error. And some things you can't make molds of. But anyway, this casting of this jumbo one, pretty sure I listed it up for sale. I have to double check on that. So I open that one. I usually don't have too much trouble opening this one. I like to just keep going around. There we have it. So you see, the crystals that I've been using for most of these molds are natural crystals, raw crystals. They are not polished. So you will see this side is beautiful, clear, shiny, beautiful, shiny. And then on this side, it has a little bit of dullness to it, which if you did put some clear or glaze over that, it would be crystal clear. But this is how the natural crystal is, just certain sides of it. Not all crystals come out just amazingly perfect, and a lot of them are polished. So this particular one, all these are natural crystals. These are not polished crystals that I'm using. But now I got a casting of this one back. If I don't have that listed, I will put it up. Gosh, it escapes me. Let me see. I am on the website for that. I am going to jump on really quickly just so I can quote whether it's on there or not. So we'll go to the store. We'll look at all products. Jumbo resin crystal cluster. Okay, it is up there. Okay. I do have it listed. So it's a It's a nice big Hackham one. And this one's getting listed up. This guy here is going to be getting listed up. I need to see if I put that one up. Okay, I put the mold for this one up. So I haven't listed the casting of it, but it is fantastic. Super fantastic. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. So that's what I wanted to show you. LeeCranchCreations.com. The website's linked below. Again, I'll be recasting these crystals into a new mold. I mean, it's not a problem. It just takes a few days to get it right and just get it done, really. So this one's ready. I'm going to be casting this one and see how it comes out of the mold. So, it's trial and error. And that's just how it is. No one said this is easy. And this is why it takes a lot of my time. I'm pretty cheap on my hourly rate. I'm $15 an hour, and I could be a lot more than that, but at $15 an hour, I don't add up all the hours that it takes to do this. And if I did, nobody would want to buy my crystals. So it takes a lot of strength in my hands and my back, and it's a lot of factors factor into this. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But I wish you all well. Please check out the website, see what I have going on there. And anyone, I have a few more orders I'm working on. So I will probably ship, let's see, what day's today? Friday. So I'll probably ship the last of them out Monday, and they'll be a few days early from the 2-week mark. Some orders go out rather quickly. Some things I already have made, but mostly I have to mold them as the orders come in. That's how I do it. Because everything is very expensive. All my supplies are very expensive, and I can't just have shelves of molds sitting there waiting, hoping someone's going to order. I just do them as they come in, and it's an art form in itself. And I would love to get back to doing more of my resin art, but I'm really loving doing this. So I hope you all can appreciate that, and have a great evening. Rock on, make something beautiful, and we'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.